Hello, baby dolls. Quick update for you. I want to bring to your attention the fact that the narratives for Bitcoin Maxis are now changing beyond recognition to what they first started. The Bitcoin Maxis, many influencer channels, many Twitter guys, Twitter gals, a lot of the Bitcoin Maxi channels, I've noticed their language is now shifting from crypto, Ethereum, smart contracts, right, being open to them. And now they're moving more towards the gold talking points. And it's actually getting boring. It's getting boring, man. You know, they sit here and it's all about adoption. But at the end of the day, man, like, the talking points are pretty boring. Like, yes, the debt's high. Yes, it's all going to blow up. Yes. All right, we're all doomed. I get it, man. Like, how many times you want to tell me this? We know. I know this, and you know it. And if I'm bored of it, oh my God, I can't imagine what everyone else is thinking, right? So I even have a tweet here, you know. So unfortunately, the majority of Bitcoin influencer channels have run out of material. They just rehash talking points from the gold community. Now, when you hear this, don't think, oh, well, I should just pay no attention to Bitcoin. No, that's not the message here, okay? I just want you to understand what's going on. So, of course, they focus on the doomed economy, debt, macro. There's an obvious ignorance to Ethereum and other crypto. I say it's extreme cope. So, you know, by the time I watch this video, Bitcoin's price is going to be different, but I just want you to understand what's going on. So, we can look at gold, right? So, I'll just get gold here. Gold has a very big market cap, all right? Yeah, so gold gone nowhere for, 10 years, man. Oh, man, that's a long time. 4,200 days. Oh, my God. I can't believe they're holding this. Okay, so... oh, man, that's a lot of cope. Gold is cope. Man, I hope this thing rallies to 3,000 for them. Please. They deserve it. So, gold's market cap is about... Gold market cap equals, 10 to 12 trillion, all right? So, here's the thing. We know about networks, we know about communities, we know about the tribal leaders, we know about Metcalfe's law, we know about the network effect. Gold's the oldest network effect in the world, right? It's money. So, well, when you look at it like that, you think, okay, well, it should have the highest market cap of everything, right? But it actually doesn't, So, gold by itself is the largest. Gold, the asset. But gold, the industry, not even close. Stonks are 100 to 120 trillion. Bonds are like 120 trillion. Property is 200 to 300 trillion. Okay? And gold's only like 10 to 12. So you can understand gold as an asset. Yeah, sweet. It's big. But gold as an industry doesn't cut it. Which means you can't really do much with it. Unless you're a miner. Do any of you guys in your backyard have a gold mine to dig up and dump the inflation on everyone else? No, you don't. I don't either, right? So, when we think about the Bitcoin Maxi talking points, why do they keep going after gold? At first, I thought it was a linear, logical progression. Because Bitcoin used to be 10 billion market cap, then it went to 100 billion, at 50K Bitcoin, it hits 1 trillion, right? So, let's go to Bitcoin, right? So, Bitcoin at 50K is 1 trillion market cap. Around here, okay? 1 trillion, all right? Where would gold be? Gold is 10x higher. Gold is 500K, right? 500K. Now, obviously, wouldn't it be nice if Bitcoin went, woo? Wouldn't it be nice? Yeah, but also, I don't know, man. I don't know about these governments, friends. I don't know about the old government. I don't know about him. Old boy over there watching us with a double-barrel shotgun. He's got us in his sights. I don't know about us if we spooked them too much. So, the Bitcoin Maxi talking points. So, as I mentioned, right, I could see them following this path. And, for something to become money, it's got to become a good store of value first. People have to trust it, which is what's been happening with Bitcoin. However, then they started talking about gold. And I thought, well, of course, they just want the money to rotate out of gold into Bitcoin, right? So, if that happened, Bitcoin could go to 500K. And have the same value as gold. And I just thought it was a, logical, strategic way. Maybe the community, everybody thought, that's the next step we've got to take on, right? After we take on gold, we take on other country fiat. But when I actually started checking out each influencer over the years I've been watching them, now there's been a shift. Now I can actually say, oh man, there's actually no one progressive in there anymore. No more progressive. It's really like, it's like cemented down. And their talking points keep rehashing, man. It gets boring. Okay, yes, the debt's high. Okay, yes, everything's going to blow up. All right, high inflation, yada, 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 yada. We know the end game debt. We know the end game, man. Okay, all fiat cycles come to an end. But then they reach this logical conclusion. They go, well, money's got to flow to the best asset. And we have the best asset, right? But if there's anything we have learned, me and you being friends, in the past few years, it's that, man, money goes to places that you would never expect. We bought the JPEGs, we bought the dogs, we bought the Pikachu coins, we bought every other piece of trash, and there's still higher lows than quote-unquote legit projects, okay? So it's not as clear-cut as we think it is. But how do you sit here, look at all this information, and say, okay, I'm going to take a big bet on this, you know? Look, I hope Bitcoin does do this. I hope Bitcoin flips gold. I think it should flip gold. I'm saying that now. I think it should. But who are they attracting, man? Because crypto is hyper competitive, right? Crypto is hyper competitive. If Bitcoin actually wants to get up here to 500K, I want you to think about the types of people they are now going to be have to onboarding, right? So they obviously think, if we can get the gold people, we push that market cap, right? 10 trillion now, we're like the world premier asset. We're going to have the pension funds. We're going to have governments. That's the next logical step for them. They're betting on governments caving and folding and buying Bitcoin, putting them on the treasury. And they say it's because of game theory. It's because, you know, they're going to have the incentive to get in first. They're going to print their currency first, send their currency value down, right? And they're going to be secretly buying Bitcoin over time. Great argument, man. I think it's probably going to happen too. But how long? I don't know. This is where I started to notice a rift. And the Bitcoin Maxi talking points, I noticed a pattern, okay? So this is why you're listening to me. Please like, subscribe, bell button. I noticed all of them have a sense of gloom behind them. And it was exactly like the gold guys. Exactly like them. And by the way, I'm telling you right now, they are super smart. These guys are really smart. They know the debt levels, they know the ratios, they know everything. Margin, budget deficit, surplus. They know all the G's, the jazz, the B's, the baz. They know all these. And yeah, they probably have some fluffy slippers buried along the way too. But now, it ain't so fluffy. Now, it's just literally everything's going to get worse. It's all going to come to Bitcoin. It's all going to come to gold. They're all talking about this. And I'm getting this sense that they're kind of betting on the destruction of mankind a bit. And there's nothing wrong with doing that. I'm just saying you got a really bad track record, all right? I've noticed, and you have too, if you just look at the information, as people get more of a risk appetite, in the early days, because there were no other crypto, they were buying the Bitcoin, okay? Bitcoin would go up. But now we have other Ponzi's. We have other scams, okay? Obviously, this is tongue-in-cheek. We have other crypto for people to go and commit the first sin and be immoral and unethical. You know, that's Bitcoin Maxi terms, right? We have, you know, everyone's using MetaMask. We're using DeFi. People are, all right, yeah, we are gambling and speculating, but people are enjoying the JPEGs, okay? People are finding communities. We're building on-ramps. There's different layer 1 chains. We're going to build out gaming and metaverse. You're going to do VR and have your own cute little VR girlfriend, and she's going to make weird noises for you. All that is being made, and it's because humans want to keep pushing the bleeding edge, right? So we understand that, yeah, it's always going to rain, man. There's always a cloud. But what are you going to do? Point at the cloud every day and just blame it there? No. If you notice, every time it rains, some people get an umbrella and they keep walking. Okay? If there's not an umbrella emoji, that's it. I'm deleting this video. Oh, you guys are lucky. And it's got rain pellets on it too. All right, so that's what happens, man. Yeah, it's going to keep raining. There's always going to be crashes and turmoil and fiat currencies, all this going nuts. But people we literally just keep walking through the rain. Like, look what the crypto industry was birthed out of, it was literally the end of the world, GFC, okay? So, and then we lived through the zombie virus as well. So, you got to think about all these. Look what's coming out of that. So, I'm going to show you now, all right? But we can bring up the S&P 500, right? This is what I just want you to see. So, I'm going to show you this trend. It's going to seem obvious, like it's for kids, but you need to appreciate this so you understand where we're going long term. So, here was the GFC. Okay, this was not GFC. Here was the GFC. Okay, this was the GFC. Okay, it was genuinely considered the end of the world. Everything froze up, all right? And look what was birthed out of it, okay? Bitcoin was birthed out of it, all right? Look where Ethereum was birthed, friends. Ethereum came here, all right? See that? Look, I'm going to show you this timeline. I'm just going to show you this timeline, all right? Nobody yell. Please sit down. Straight on your back. I don't want anybody yelling or raising their voice. Okay, look at this timeline. Bitcoin. Ethereum was made. All right, what comes in 2020? DeFi, you have Uniswaps. Okay, okay, look, we're going along the line here, all right? Do you understand? Look at this, look at this, look at this. The Uniswaps. And look what happens next. Up here we have gaming, metaverse, dog coins, or just let's write memes. Let's be fair to them, right? All right. Gaming, metaverse, memes, more layer 1 chains. So this is less decentralized, higher speed. Okay. All of these points. Oh man, I could speak about them for so long. Look, let's focus on the less decentralized part. Look what's happening, man. We had the end of the world scenario, and look what was birthed out of it. Bitcoin, super decentralized. Ethereum, a bit less. DeFi, a bit less. Layer 1 chains, even less. How does that make sense? I thought the world was getting worse. If the world was getting worse, why are we making more centralized ownership, blockchain stuff? Why? And you know the answer why. The answer is we are the people. We love Ponzi's. We love the DeFi garden. We want to buy the dogs, the Pikachu, the Pokemons. We want to gamble. We want to speculate. We want to participate in bleeding edge stuff. People are looking for a community. They're sick of this Instagram and TikTok trash. Everyone's doing handstands, want to show their boobies. We want to transfer value. That's what we're doing here. Okay? And we love it. And everyone has different value they want to transfer. It could be an emoji through the internet. It could be a one-of-one collectible item. It could be some Ethereum for gas to pay for a transaction, right? Think about it, man. Look at this timeline. Look at this. I thought the world was getting worse, right? And look, I know the debt's getting worse and everything's getting worse, but look, how come? Look what we've made, you know? And by the way, the stock market didn't have to go up, even if it went like a bit sideways. Meh. But look at it. Look at crypto. Look what we're inventing. As exponentially bad zombie virus, bazookas, everything's going nuts, we're fleshing out the cyber world here. All right? So don't lose sight of this. Like, I can see this. Many people can't. You go out there, you go look at these Bitcoin Maxis, and trust me, man, they're really smart. Oh, they're really smart. Like, they can sit here and sit with you straight face and convince you in about 3 minutes that all of these crypto innovations, right? Ethereum, DeFi, everything else, they will tell you all of these are going to zero and the value will eventually rotate to Bitcoin. And you're going to get that. You know what one of their main talking points is? I'm not joking. This is one of their marketing points. They say, you're going to get more unimaginably rich than you could ever imagine from these other crypto. But it's going to take a bit longer than you think. But you're going to be way, way, way rich than even your wildest imaginations. They actually say that. And I'm just like, how do you interpret that, right? I interpret that as like, oh, wow, that's how you scam religious attendees to your service, right? You know, that's like, hey, you're going to go into heaven. You're going to be the most powerful man in the kingdom. But you got to let me sleep with your daughters and your wife. You know what I mean? Like, see, it's the same thing. All those cult people do it. Go and watch the documentaries. Every single time, there's always the cult dude who's always grey-haired and he bangs one of his son's wives. Every single time. And then they always ask the son, hey, what did you feel about your dad banging your wife? And this is always like, I asked God for strength And I questioned him, but I knew it was right. I'm like, what the hell, man? That's how far gone we've gone, okay? Where there are people, look, there's a language being spoken here, okay? I'm not a prophesizer, as in, this is what's gonna happen next. I don't say that. I'm telling you what's happening now, okay? I'm just showing you, like, I'm the little satellite, and I'm just pointing it to you. If there's a satellite emoji, I'm gonna be very happy. Oh, you guys are lucky today. There's a satellite emoji, all right? So I'm just telling you, hey, end of the world, we made Bitcoin, and then we made Ethereum. And then, all this stuff, DeFi, came after the zombie virus. Look at this, man. Look at this. We're making stuff. What's going to come next? I wonder what's going to come next, man. Like, you got to think, what comes next? Do you think it's going to be more towards creating innovation stuff? Or do you think it's going to be more towards Bitcoin? Because look what the trend is saying, man. That's why all these Bitcoin Maxi talking points, you really got to look at them through the lens of innovation and the direction that humans take stuff. So, maybe AI comes next. Maybe, who knows, man? Who knows? Don't try to sit here and guess the game. You're not going to guess the game. You just have to sit here, and when you see a lot of people stamping their feet and marching, you pay attention, okay? That's why I look for the religions forming. When people form a religion, they have very loud footprints, yeah? They have very loud footprints. When you see a church being built in crypto, obviously if you're new, welcome. This is a figure of speech. When I mean a church, I mean a network effect that's so powerful that everyone is so absorbed in it. That's what I mean. Are they forming people who are diehard believers? Okay, because the code is not the asset, it's the community. Because in crypto, it's more competitive than anything we've ever seen in our lives. It's literally digital information transferring at zero cost. So if we can transfer information, then everybody can feed each other info and marketing and branding at zero cost, basically. All right. So everybody competes with each other. Right. So that's why you have to now look at it through a different lens. This is the lens I look at it through. Right. So, and you know what? Maybe it evolves, friends. Maybe the code gets so complex in the future that, yeah, maybe the asset does become the code. But I'm telling you right now, no one cares about the code. Do you care? No one cares. No one knows how to read it. What does it do? People are here for the community, man. That's what we're here. We're not valuing this stuff based on price to earnings. Go and look at how valuing price to earnings and revenue by a protocol did for you in 2021, in 2020. Absolutely nothing. You got destroyed beyond imagination. Like, it's not even close. It's not like, oh, the good PE stuff made a 3x and then the scams made a 4x. No. It's the good PE stuff made like a 4, 5x, then came back 90% down, 99%. And then the scams went 10, 20, 30, 50, 100x, sometimes 300x, and they came down 99% as well. You're back. Both of them are back at the base even level. Okay, so you can't ignore this. Look at the trend of innovation coming. Right, so the world's meant to be getting worse, but we're pushing on. So think about the Bitcoin Maxi camp. Obviously, we love Bitcoin. It's always going to be here, but you got to think about the different paradigm, man. Maybe Bitcoin does its job at its market cap zone now. Maybe it doesn't have to go to 50 trillion, all right? Maybe it spends the next 20 years getting to gold to 500k. I don't know, man. A lot of these numbers scare people, right? You're dealing with, so basically, you've got all the retailers in crypto, in Bitcoin now. So, right? Remember, it's not about the price today. We got to look at where we're coming from. So don't worry about this price today. We got all the retailers in, right? So you got to look at it. If you were an evil master planner, right? You had 10 years to get all the retailers in, and then you started getting Michael Saylor, and now Michael Saylor's trying to shield and trying to get the pension funds and stuff, right? Look, it's great and all, but if you just take an open mind and go, hey, the people coming in here, they basically, you're saying, oh, they were pure, right? Oh, they were pure, but no. Maybe they were just buying Bitcoin because they just literally didn't know that there was any other coin. Okay, maybe Bitcoin only did this chart pattern because there was nothing else. And so, perhaps the next wave might not look like that. It's got competition, man. It's got competition. You're not going to know the answer. So that's why it's really important you get in early. You look for religions formed. We're going to be here every step of the wave. Remember, innovation is going forward. Humans, we keep inventing stuff. New payment systems, new AI. We're going to have VR girlfriends and boyfriends, and everything's going to be happening. None of that is going to go backwards. None. There's zero evidence. All right, zero. So when you listen to Bitcoin Maxis, appreciate them. Right, they are speakers of the word. Like, if you look, man. This is my final message to you, friends. Okay, look. You know who there's. You know, I see those Bitcoin Maxi guys and girls. They're not for me and you. You know who they're for? I'm going to show you right now. They are for the dudes and the dudettes who bought Bitcoin here. All right, that's who they're for. Okay, that's what they're for. They're for someone who bought Bitcoin at $400. Right? They're for someone who bought Bitcoin at $100. They're for someone who bought Bitcoin at $10. These maxis are for them. All right, that's for them. It's to protect their bags. Right? These people, a $300 Bitcoin buyer, he's up or she is up 100x at 30K. Okay, 100x. So yeah, man, they want that 1000x, don't they? They don't want to sell this train. They want to believe in their hearts and minds, I have the answer, and this is the most pure form of money going up. What if it's not? Okay? What if it's not? Well, you can't say that. You can't say that. That's why when I listen to these people, I don't get agitated. A lot of people do. They go, they scoff. I can't listen. My fluffy zippers. No, they can't take it no more. You can take it. Stop whinging. Just chill out. They're not for me and you, man. Me and you, I bought at 3K. I bought at 6K, all right? You didn't buy at $300, and I didn't either, okay? So we're going to learn from this lens. Perhaps Ethereum, and I'm noticing Ethereum is going this way as well. Ethereum is going this way, the same as Bitcoin. That's for another video. Eventually, Ethereum's market cap is going to get too fluffy, too thick, and they're starting to cater to more of the, but we've got to cater to everyone else now. We've got to, don't worry about money, go up, right? Trust me, it's going to change. It's going to change. This is a natural form of progression for maturity. This is what happens. This is why, as say, companies get bigger, their volatility gets lower. You install somebody who's more conservative at the top because they want to protect what we have. That's just a natural game, and that's how it is. That's exactly how it is, right? It's the same as a family unit, as a family tradition, We've been doing something this way for 20 years and we ain't about to stop now. So, you now have the power in your hands. It's up to you. How fluffy are your socks? And how straight is your posture? I want to hear good answers from you, friends. Until next time.